Biker Dad is brought to you by Noel Leonard, biker lawyer. Hi, my name is Chris Best. I quit my job a few years back to ride motorcycles across this great country of ours and tell your stories. And this week that adventure brings me here to Veterans Memorial Park in Pensacola, Florida, where you can just see all of the stuff here that is to honor those who gave all for our country. And that is the theme of this week's show that's happening across the country. Memorial Day to most people is just the unofficial start to the summer, but what it's really about is those who sacrificed so you and I can ride motorcycles or do whatever the heck it is we feel like in this great country. That's where we start this episode of the Biker Dad TV show, so let's roll. Have you ever sat at your job and thought, what if I just got up and left? Tell that horrible boss to take this job and shove it. Have you ever wanted to just walk out? What about burnout? Well, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't just quit. I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your story. Daytona Beach, Florida, where you can actually drive onto the beach. Rick Fairless, a legend of his own, introduced me to Richard Rollins, Mayfield, Kentucky, Southeast Missouri, beautiful city of Knoxville, Tennessee, Gulf Coast of Mississippi, the Florida coast and the Tampa Bay area, Orange County Choppers, Roadhouse and Museum, talking to Paul Tuttle Sr. himself. But make no mistake, this is not a show about motorcycles or even about me. Instead, I travel across the country to meet the people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities stronger, safer, and better. This is Biker Dad. We're at Veterans Memorial Park in Pensacola, Florida, where they go all out to remember those who gave all for our country. They have a monument to pretty much every conflict the United States has been involved in, and of course, the main attraction is the Vietnam Wall South here that has the name of everyone we lost during the Vietnam War. We'll have more on Veterans Memorial Park here. It goes on here every year to remember our fallen heroes in just a minute, but I want to start up in Camp Merrill, Georgia, and that's where I got the opportunity to take a really big hike up a hill to honor those who gave all. The Hero Hill climb starts at crack of dawn 100. That's official military time. So we camped out under the stars the night before. We saw some crazy stuff, shooting stars, satellites, and whatever in the world this is. And then we got up bright and early to march for those who gave all.
Hey guys, Marty Devine. I am a ambassador with Mission 22. So yeah, we've done the Hero Hill climb now for 3 years. Last night, so the coordinator, Stephen Johnston, had to cut the registration off at 282 registrants. Phenomenal turnout today. Yeah, Mission 22, they have programs that are designed for combat veterans and other veterans to deal with PTSD, TBI, and military sexual trauma for the prevention of suicide. Over 22 veterans a day unfortunately take their lives, and this is a program. These are programs that help them to be able to deal with life and to be able to deal with the issues that they have to fight those demons. Hero Hill climb, what we do, we start at the base right near the entrance of Camp Merrill. And Camp Merrill is where the 5th Ranger Battalion trains. This is the mountain phase of Ranger training. You take the name of a fallen hero, whether it's somebody that you know that's committed suicide, or a military member that was killed in action, died in the line of duty. You carry that fallen hero to the top of Cooper Gap Road, hard compact gravel road, 3 miles up. You pin that name tag to a hero board, and you ring the bell and then come back down. And some folks, mountain bikers, those guys, went up and down 2 and 3 times, carrying that fallen hero.
Hi, my name is Michael Mobies. I'm an injury lawyer in Atlanta, Georgia. Today we have sponsored the Hero Hill Climb. It's Memorial Day weekend 2025. This is the third year that they've done this, but it's to honor fallen heroes. Mission 22 has also benefited through this event, which is to end veteran suicide. When you told me what Mission 22 does, I was really excited about trying to partner with it.
Stay hydrated. We're gonna start walking up that way. You see that steep no gravel road in there? It's not that steep.
Ready and go!
They'll end up that way.
We're on the road in the woods in Georgia, and we're on a dirt road walking up a steep hill at the Hero Hill Climb at Camp Merrill, which is where they train the Army Rangers, who are in way better cardio shape than me, obviously. 2 minutes into the walk and I'm already out of breath. We're here with Michael Bobies from Bobies Law.
Good morning. Sure, this is the third annual Hero Hill Climb to honor fallen heroes. All of us are given a name to carry up to the top of the mountain and pin it up to a board and ring a bell to honor them on Memorial Day weekend. Last year was pouring rain. This year is beautiful, nice and cool weather. It's a very impactful, wonderful experience.
We are finding very explicit evidence of how little cardio I do. We're about 1 minute into the walk and I'm already out of breath.
I'm one of the major sponsors of Bobies Law, and but it gives money to Mission 22, which is supposed to end veteran suicide. 22, of course, being, because that's the number per day. Having lost some members of my squadron to that, it's an organization that means a lot to me. There's my son leading the Civil Air Patrol cadets.
We're gonna walk off a cliff. So we're at the top of the hill for the Hero Hill Climb, and we're carrying the names of fallen soldiers, either people killed in the war or victims of suicide. Like my oldest friend, when I moved to Missouri in high school, the first person I made friends with was Chris Uthoff, who became a private in the Army, and he was a real smart ass and the life of the party, so you would have never thought that he was battling with something in his head. And so I'm putting Chris's name up here on the board along with all of these other people. And then after you put the name up there, you get a chance to ring the bell. So one other quick thing is I have this tattoo. I got this right after we lost Chris, and so I carry him with me everywhere I go.
I have a Master Sergeant Peter McKenna. He's a Special Forces guy out of Eglin Air Force Base in Florida.
Right where I live.
Died in Afghanistan in 2015, it looks like.
So what does it mean to you to carry a name up here like that?
It reminds me of in Iraq, because we did AirVac, and so we would carry wounded warriors onto C-130s to get them to a higher echelon of care, and sometimes human remains on a separate airplane, of course. But yeah, so it's pretty impactful.
All right, not that it was really that hard coming up. I am a little sweaty and got rain, but now we're all back down the hill, and give a little plug to Black Rifle Coffee Company. They had these energy drinks at the top of the hill, which are also sugar-free, and they're not a sponsor or anything. It's just a good company, veteran-owned, and obviously support people like and events like this here, Mission 22 Hill Climb. So if you never had Black Rifle Coffee, go check it out. I have a bunch of it at home, and my Keurig gets really good stuff, and you're not just supporting some nameless corporation who has slave labor making beans in Colombia or something like that. They're veteran owned, and they employ a lot of veterans in the United States to make this stuff. So go check them out.
Yeah, Kong with the U.S. Veterans Motorcycle Club out of Talking Rock, Georgia. Well, I mean, of course, anything doing with veterans we want to take a part in. So we sponsor this. We did it last year, walked up it. Some of us started in the best shape. So most of us aren't going to do it this year, but we definitely want to come out here and support anything dealing with the veterans. And it's a Memorial Day remembrance as well. So that's important to us.
My name is Elijah Thomason. I'm Zoe Thomason, and we're both from Lake Hartwell, Georgia. Our grandfather and our two great uncles served in the Navy and the Marines, and today is our grandfather's 79th birthday.
And then also we have like a ton of people in our church that have served, and if you just go, you can see so many people that have served and been in the Marines and the Navy and the Army, and it just means a lot. So I just wanted to do this and honor them and all the veterans, and I'm thankful for them and just being able to wake up safe every day.
It makes me feel that there's still a sense of pride in this nation. There's a lot of love for our military members, and it reinvigorates your hope and soul for this nation, to see people that still support our military. And that's our main goal, is to keep supporting those who give it all. Enjoy the time. Obviously, anyone enjoys a day off, but really recognize what the day off is truly about.
Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392.
I'm Richard Middlebrook. I am with the Mobile Hog chapter here at Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson. It's a Harley Owners Group. It is an exclusive club that is through Harley-Davidson, the main Milwaukee place. Started that years ago, and that's what we are today. Noel's a member of the chapter, and we appreciate him because he sponsored this and helps this take place, helps it happen. If anybody ever needs Noel, they might ought to give him a call, do what they can.
I'm Noel Leonard, biker lawyer. If you've been injured in an automobile or especially a motorcycle accident, I hope you know who I am. If you injure someone who's riding a motorcycle, I don't give a damn if you know who I am. Your insurance company sure knows who I am, and I'm coming for both of you. Please give me a call. I'm easy to find, happy to take care of you.
Your home for Lex and Terry in the morning rocks your workday with AC/DC. Shine down. And Offspring. You gotta keep them separated. Available on over 2,000 smart devices. The Gulf Coast Rock Station. TK 101.
We are on the road in Pensacola, Florida, and this is kind of a scene that's repeated all across the country on the kickoff of summer, otherwise known as Memorial Day. But bikers aren't thinking about partying and burgers. We'll do that too. We are remembering the reason we have Memorial Day in the first place. We would not have this biker culture that we have today if it weren't for the military. That's why on Memorial Day every year, you'll see thousands of bikers across the country riding to honor those who gave all.
My name is Ed Juju Lassard. All right, I'm with American Legion, Post 199 in Fairhope. We rode over from Alabama to Veterans Park here in Pensacola today to be a part of the Veterans Memorial Day celebration. And every year they put this on. It's a great event. We have a lot of groups that come down here and celebrate with them. Behind me is the Northwest Florida Patriot Guard Riders. They're going to stand a flag line out here today. They do some great work. They make sure that, of course, we have a lot of flags out here, but they make sure the flag gets represented. And they stand for those that stood for us. And it's Memorial Day weekend, so that's what we're doing. We're paying homage to those veterans that have paid the highest price to give us these freedoms and enjoy the barbecues and the time on the beach and all the things that are happening this weekend. We owe dedication, honor, respect for all those that came before us and paid the ultimate price.
All right, I'm Trickster with the Vietnam Vets Legacy Vets Motorcycle Club, Chapter P for Pensacola. Today we're doing the wrap up here. We do the Memorial Day ride from Post 340 up on the north side of town. We've been doing it for 28 years, bringing the motorcycle community together, riding down here similar to Rolling Thunder up in DC. This is our 28th year doing it, so it's pretty awesome. We've got a wreath that we're going to present, and it says 52, but the 52 is to commemorate the 52nd anniversary of Memorial Day actually being signed into law in 1971. It's an awesome experience. You get not just our club, you get veterans from all over the community. You look around, you see the other veteran clubs, the other motorcycle clubs coming together for what? Nothing better but to remember our fallen, those that gave all for all of us. We lead the ride. It's our ride every year. We put on. It's a privilege and honor to be able to do it, and to be able to lead the pack at the Chapter P with 800 bikes behind us. It's an amazing thing. Some of the funds that we get here, and later on today you actually see it, the Park Foundation, the guys that you see walking around in white shirts, they're going to present us with a plaque. A lot of these, the bell tower, different things, we pump money back into this park for our veterans. Veteran suicide is big with A Hero. We like to contribute to A Hero or other organizations like that. We have a veteran suicide program amongst ourselves, Op Zero, and we use that to, hey brother, hey vet, what's going on? You need help? Let's get you the care you need and get them taken care of. Forget that this is memorial to remember our deceased, those that gave all, not Veterans Day. So, but to see this, to see that, hey, people are getting it and that it's growing, and that it's getting back to where it should be. Let's remember our fallen. Our day is in November. Today is for our fallen.
Hey, I'm Stacy Pruitt. I'm a retired Marine Sergeant Major, and I'm a member of the Veterans Memorial Park Foundation Board. We consider ourselves a group of people who are very honored to help be stewards of this park, and ultimately what it represents is all these people that these monuments represent, and we're here to help keep them in the best shape that we can, and that's done through fundraising, volunteers, all those things that help us do this mission well.
Ladies and gentlemen, honoring those who have flown west, the VT-10 Wildcats present the Missing Man Formation.
This is the Vietnam wall that we have over here, and it's a smaller replica of the one in Washington, D.C. It's got all the same names. It's a permanent display here. But they also have the Korean War monument here. They have a War Dog monument here, separate Vietnam memorial, Gold Star Family Memorial out here. Gold Star families, are families that have a loved one in the military that served and were killed. It's a beautiful thing. Behind us, the fire trucks with the big flags. It's just a great event. Just to be a part of this, whether I'm a biker or a veteran, it just gets the heart going, it gets the blood going. To be around all these folks, and not all us or all those bikers are veterans, not all of them, a lot of them are civilians, but I tell you what, I respect those people just as much or more because they're civilians coming out here to pay honors and respect. And a lot of those folks have family members that were veterans, so it's just it gets you right here to be with all these brothers and sisters on these motorcycles that come to all these events. But I don't know what the count was in today's ride, but it had to have been in the hundreds today.
Legacy Vets Motorcycle Club have been generous and faithful supporters of this park in helping preserve the memory of our fallen for years. We would like to take a moment to express our appreciation to him and to the club for that.
You go past the Speedway and there's the Volkswagen Club out there with American flags. You see traffic stopped, people waving flags, people stopping the cars, getting out and saluting and just waving, putting their hand over their heart, showing patriotism, showing, hey, this is what it's about. about remembering our fallen, those that gave all for all of us, to be here doing this conversation right now.
And Biker Dad, we thank you for getting this word out to everybody, everything that you do with the biker community. Thank you for helping us.
Biker Dad is brought to you by Noel Leonard, biker lawyer.
And somebody goes down, please call me. That's what I do. Is my practice is primarily helping accident victims. Yes, 18-wheeler and automobile, but we focus on motorcycle injuries because I'm a biker, and I was since 5th grade. I rode my first bike. But there are things you can do before the accident, before riding, that will help us after. But call me. Review your insurance policy, please. If you are riding a motorcycle without UIM, that's uninsured or underinsured. You look at your deck sheet and it'll tell you, comprehensive and collision, this is how much your premium is. Look at those things. In Alabama, the insurance companies are required to offer you a commensurate level of uninsured, or UIM, underinsured insurance, commensurate with what you're buying in liability. In Alabama, believe it or not, it's hard to imagine that Alabama is progressive in this regard, but it's tied with the best minimum liability requirement in the nation. So if you've got the minimum coverage, 25, they're required to offer you $25,000 in UIM. In order to turn it down, you have to affirmatively decline it. You have to sign something. Look, you can save some money, you just sign right here. They're not being told what it is and they're waiving So if somebody creams you on a motorcycle, you're more likely to have higher medical bills. The injuries are going to be more severe. If this guy who hits you, that 17-year-old that turns left in front of you, only has the minimum, or he has none, how do you get taken care of? How do you compensate? How are you compensated for your lost wages, for the pain and suffering?
I'm on the road in Savannah, Georgia, and I just came across this. I'm actually on my way to Myrtle Beach Bike Week and made a quick stop in this historic town. One of the really most interesting things that I found is this World War II memorial back here behind me. It has the names of all the local soldiers who gave their lives in World War II. The official name of the monument is A World Apart, but the memorial is also known as the Cracked Earth Monument, both names reflecting its most distinct feature: the planet Earth split in two. A symbol of division between European and Pacific theaters of the war. The two halves of the globe are sitting on top of Georgia granite. The names of 527 Chatham County service people killed in World War II are inscribed on the monument's inner walls. And that's very interesting and touching, but you can probably see them over my shoulder right over here. But yes, over my shoulder in the shadow of this memorial, homeless veterans. It's great to honor those we lost in the war, but let's not forget those who survived and are still surviving and still giving all to their country. There are so many homeless veterans and so many people suffering from PTSD right now from all of our wars. But also, just being in the military makes you much more likely to commit suicide, much more likely to be homeless, just having served. And that's a terrible thing. So yes, let's honor those who gave all, but let's not forget those who are still suffering for our country right now.
free motorcycle? We can make it possible.
When you see an opportunity like this, definitely don't hesitate and sign up.
You can be the next winner.
I'm Noel Leonard, biker lawyer. If you've been injured in an automobile or especially a motorcycle accident, I hope you know who I am. If you injure someone who's riding a motorcycle, I don't give a damn if you know who I am. Your insurance company sure knows who I am, and I'm coming for both of you. Please give me a call. I'm easy to find, happy to take care of you.
I feel the need for speed. We are on the road at Naval Air Station, Pensacola. You can hear the jets flying over us, and you can see this is also the home of the world famous Blue Angels. And no, Top Gun school isn't here, but every naval aviator, including those in the Top Gun program, gets started here at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, Florida. But it's also home to the Naval Aviation Museum, an incredible spot and a great place for a Biker Dad road trip.
Definitely makes you realize the power of aviation and planes. I mean, I always liked tanks, but man, to see these planes, it's incredible. Yeah.
If you come here on the right time, you can actually get a free show twice a week for most of the year. The Blue Angels are practicing right overhead, and if you're here at the very right time, you can get an autograph right down there from the Blue Angels pilots themselves. That's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show here at Veterans Memorial Park in Pensacola, Florida, where we have been commemorating Memorial Day, the beginning of summer. And yeah, get out there, have some fun, drink a beer, have a brat, get on your bike and go for a ride. But also just remember why you're able to do that in the first place, and take a moment to thank everybody who sacrificed to give us the freedom to ride, or whatever the heck it is that we're into here in the great United States of America. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Until next time, please look twice for motorcycles.